Hey y'all, let's make something for Christmas. So what do we do with old Christmas cards? I love old Christmas cards. I have so much trouble getting rid of them, but what do you do with it? I'm going to show you a project to use these to make the most adorable Christmas ornaments, tree ornaments, and wall hangings. First, you're going to want to go by your Dollar Tree or other discount store, craft store, and pick you up some of these wooden things that have the strings on them. These are just wooden blocks, wooden plaques that have signs that have strings on them. Or you could even use some of these canvases, these small canvases. Okay, next you want to pick out the cards that you want to use, and you're going to take your plaque or your piece of wood or whatever, kind of lay it on top of it, see how it's going to fit best, and cut it out. You want to cut it a little smaller than your plaque or your piece of wood or your canvas, whichever you're using. So once you've got your paper cut to the size that you're going to need, you're going to want to paint these actual things you're going to go on top of. These little square ones here, the smaller ones, I'm going to make them into ornaments. I'm going to paint the entire thing front and back. This one, this one, this one, and this one, I'm just going to make wall hangings, so I only have to paint one side of those. The other side I don't have to worry about because it's going to be facing the wall. Once you get them painted, you can move on to the next step once they're dry. Now the rest of these are not dry yet, but I do have one that is dry, and so I'm going to go ahead and go to the next step on it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my decoupage, my Mod Podge medium, to attach it to this. Now, as I often say, at this point you can move on to the next step, but for me, I'm going to have to add some sparkle. Okay, so now that I've got my plaques all glittery and finished, look how pretty that one turned out, I'm going to be adding the sealing stuff, the stuff I seal them with, which again is the polyacrylic, and I'm going to put that on top of all of them, and that'll be almost the last step. Okay, so once you have got this all dry, all of your little plaques are dry, the last step is putting the ribbon back on them or the string back on them. And you could use the string that came with them, or you can put different string. I'm going to use just new string so I can make them the length I want to make them. I'm going to use ribbon for some of them, and I'm going to use this twine that I bought here from Dollar Tree. I'm going to use it. What does it say? It's just a little jute cord from Dollar Tree on some of them. Okay. Now, if you're having trouble, like I do sometimes have trouble getting the strings to get through these little bitty holes, I will make them bigger with my scissors. I'll just stick the scissors down in that hole and twist them to make the hole a little bit bigger. And then what I do is I just kind of decide about how long I want my little string to be. Tie a knot here, tie a good knot here, and it'll hang. For ones where I'm going to use the ribbon, I'm going to decide about how long I want it. How long I want my loop, and then I'm going to add about 2 or 3 inches to that for the knot. So I'm going to add about that much to it, I think. Now, of course, you could just feed this through and tie a knot, but when they have a nice big hole like this, I like to do them this way instead. I'm going to go ahead and make my loop. Then I'm going to poke it through the hole here. Hopefully I can do this with one hand. Here, yep. Poke it through the hole like this, so it looks like this. Then I'm going to take this top part, push it back through here, and pull it. That's going to hide the knot on the back at the same time, and it's just going to look a little more fancy. And then finally, for your canvases, you're going to have to hot glue your string or your twine or whatever to the back. So I usually would just make a little knot on this side and hot glue it down here, make another knot on the other end and hot glue it down here. Or if you're doing it, this way, you hot glue it here and here. So when you're done, that's just kind of what they might look like hanging up. I just don't have a lot of places I could put them all together to hang them up, but you can kind of see how they look hanging. And of course, the smaller ones, I'd probably put that one on a Christmas tree, but this one and this one, I'd probably just hang those on the wall as wall hangings.